The act of taking the first step is what separates the winners from the losers. Peak performance begins with your taking complete responsibility for your life and everything that happens to you. Remember, you only have to succeed the last time. Your most valuable asset can be your willingness to persist longer than anyone else. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. I've found that luck is quite predictable. If you want more luck, take more chances, be more active, show up more often. When you absolutely believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, nothing will stop you. Be selective about your external influences. Your multidimensional brain is influenced by everything you see, hear, read, smell, touch, feel, or say. What would you dare to dream if you knew you wouldn't fail? Time is your most precious resource. Make every minute count. Your ability to get along well with others will determine your happiness and success as much as any other factor. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly at first. If you can dream it, you can do it. Your limits are all within yourself. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Avoid negative people at all costs. They are the greatest destroyers of self-confidence and self-esteem. Your life only gets better when you get better. It is not what you say or hope or wish or intend, but only what you do that counts. Your choices tell you unerringly who you really are. Be prepared to ride the cycles and trends of life. Success is never permanent, and failure is never final. Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses. Your ability to discipline yourself to set clear goals and then to work toward them every day will do more to guarantee your success than any other single factor. To earn more, you must learn more. Move fast. A sense of urgency is the one thing you can develop that will separate you from everyone else. When you get a good idea, do it now. Luck is predictable. The harder you work, the luckier you get. There is never enough time to do everything, but there is always enough time to do the most important thing. A goal without a plan is only a dream. The ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you'll ever have is your mind and what you put into it. An attitude of positive expectation is the mark of the superior personality. The potential of the average person is like a huge ocean unsailed, a new continent unexplored, a world of possibilities waiting to be released and channeled toward some great good. Every minute you spend in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. This gives you a 1,000% return on energy. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going. There is an interesting point about the price of success. It must always be paid in full and in advance. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be healthy, happy, thin, and rich. but most people are not willing to pay the price. Excellence perfection is not a destination. It is a continuous journey that never ends. A clear vision, backed by definite plans, gives you a tremendous feeling of confidence and personal power. Always give without remembering, and always receive without forgetting. Nobody works better under pressure. They just work faster. Look for the good in every person and every situation. You'll almost always find it. The only real limitation on your abilities is the level of your desires. If you want it badly enough, there are no limits on what you can achieve. All successful people are big dreamers. They imagine what their future could be, ideal in every respect, and then they work every day toward their distant vision, that goal or purpose. You are where you are and what you are because of yourself, nothing else. Nature is neutral. Nature doesn't care. If you do what other successful people do, you will enjoy the same results and rewards that they do. And if you don't, you won't. Failing to plan means planning to fail. What are your goals? The more credit you give away, the more will come back to you. The more you help others, the more they will want to help you. You become what you think about most of the time. Continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. To make your life a masterpiece, imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. The key to success is for you to make a habit throughout your life of doing the things you fear. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. If you change your thinking, you change your life. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. Persistence is self-discipline in action. Communication is a skill that you can learn. It's like riding a bicycle or typing. If you're willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of your life. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Self-esteem and self-love are the opposites of fear. The more you like yourself, the less you fear anything. Never settle for anything less than your best. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, "What's in it for me?" The more you seek security, the less of it you have. But the more you seek opportunity, the more likely it is that you will achieve the security that you desire. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire, not things we fear. Every great move forward in your life begins with a leap of faith, a step into the unknown. Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right and important, although difficult, is the high road to pride, self-esteem, and personal satisfaction. Happiness and self-confidence come naturally when you feel yourself moving and progressing toward becoming the very best person you can possibly be. Time management requires self-discipline, self-mastery, and self-control more than anything else. Move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. No one lives long enough to learn everything they need to learn starting from scratch. To be successful, we absolutely, positively, have to find people who have already paid the price to learn the things that we need to learn to achieve our goals. Never assume you understand. Ask the questions. Be clear about your goal, but be flexible about the process of achieving it. Your biggest opportunity probably lies under your own feet, in your current job, industry, education, experience, or interests. Approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal, not of selling a product or service. Today, the greatest single source of wealth is between your ears. The way you give your name to others is a measure of how much you like and respect yourself. Action without planning is the cause of all failure. Action with planning is the cause of all success. Your thoughts, vividly imagined and repeated, charged with emotion, become your reality. Positive emotional energy is the key to health, happiness, and well-being. The more positive you are, the better your life will be in every area. Become the kind of leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you had no title or position. Your attitude is an expression of your values, beliefs, and expectations. Worry is negative goal setting. Throw yourself wholeheartedly into your work. The more you enjoy it, the better you get. The key of success is for you to set one big challenging goal, and then to pay any price, overcome any obstacle, and persist through any difficulty until you finally achieve it. You can never rise higher than your expectations of yourself. Expect the best. Aspire greatly. Anything less than a commitment to excellence becomes an acceptance of mediocrity. Always choose the future over the past. What do we do now? You begin to fly when you let go of self-limiting beliefs and allow your mind and aspirations to rise to greater heights. Top people have very clear goals. They know who they are and they know what they want. They write it down and they make plans for its accomplishment. You will regret many things in life, but you will never regret being too kind or too fair. Learn something new. Try something different. Convince yourself that you have no limits. All improvement in your life begins with an improvement in your mental pictures. Define your goals in terms of the activities necessary to achieve them, and concentrate on those activities. At least 80% of millionaires are self-made. That is, they started with nothing but ambition and energy, the same way most of us start. Leaders think and talk about the solutions. Followers think and talk about the problems. Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results. The biggest mistake you could ever make is to think you work for anyone but yourself. Activity equals results. If you want to increase your success, increase your activity. In the sales profession, the real work begins after the sale is made.